Good evening. Tonight, for the first time, we are seeing video of an inmate beaten and dragged by a city cell block attendant in Buffalo police custody.
7 Eyewitness News sued the city in order to make this video public. And tonight, nearly 3 years after the assault, we are finally able to show it.
7 Eyewitness News reporter Madison Carter is here to walk this video through with us. And Madison, this is video you'll only see on 7. We do need to warn everybody at home. This video is extremely graphic.
It's so graphic, Ashley. And we've described this assault that sent former jail attendant Matthew Jascula to prison in detail in a lot of our newscasts. But I have to say it's a lot tougher to watch. We fought for the release of this tape by joining a lawsuit that was first filed by the Buffalo News. But now we can show you what happened that night. It was May 2016. That led the city to reach a $300,000 settlement with the inmate. That happened just yesterday. Okay, we're going to take you to the video right now. You see here Officer Anthony D'Agostino walk in, followed by Sean Porter. You see him facing the wall there. And then you can see Officer Joshua Craig right here follows right behind him. Now take a look. This is Matthew Jascula. He is the city lockup attendant. Closes that door and he makes sure that it's locked behind him. This is where it all starts. You see Jascula grab Porter, toss him into this room. His shoulder busts through that door, and you see Officer Craig follow behind, laughing and smiling. Watch as he's tossed to the ground right here and dragged by his arms behind his back into a room. He's dragged feet throughout city lockup into another holding cell. And you can see here, we're going to show you another angle. As he's dragged into that holding cell, look at his head hit the door. Look at the blood you can see on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen there as his face hits that wall. All right, he's being dragged into the cell now. You can see Jascula start to pat him down as they start to remove his pants. They toss his shoes out one by one into the hallway. Again, you see that pile of blood on the corner. And now he starts to pat him down. Watch, look at him standing in his blood here. You see that from when he was dragged into the room on his face. They remove his pants next, and now they unhandcuff him. Look at them. He places his hands up on the wall in this holding cell before they put a separate set of handcuffs on him. And they're restraining him here. You see no fight. They're putting what looks like a spit guard over his mouth. You can see a little bit of blood if you look in the top left-hand corner, a little bit of blood on that spit guard. That's so that he can't spit at any officers. They drag him backwards out and sit him here. Look as they toss him down into this restraint chair. And now they're strapping his shoulders in one by one into this chair that's meant to hold them. And now they're working on his ankles, restraining his ankles in this chair. Again, he's sitting there, arms behind his back. Next, he's dragged into a different holding cell, and that chair is restrained in this holding cell. And now court documents show he was left here for over an hour. No medical attention, just sitting there. And now we're gonna watch on a different angle. You can see as he's sitting in this room, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate attendants and officers sitting there playing with their phones. Now he's being brought back out. You can see again, no shoes, no pants on him. But I do want to show you one exchange here. Watch as he's headed out. They're taking him to ECMC here. You see an exchange in the room. This woman, the top center of your screen, you can see her shaking her head. There's some sort of exchange. Officer Craig follows in closely behind. You see them exchange some words. She shakes her head as they take him out. And now court documents show they're walking him out here to go to ECMC finally for treatment. Our attorney that worked for more than 2 years to get this video released calls this a victory for the First Amendment.
This was a public record, and unfortunately, as we've seen with too many things that the media considers a public record, the government doesn't think that way.
Jascula pleaded guilty and the case never went to criminal trial, but Porter actually asked the judge for leniency in sentencing. He says his Christian beliefs call for forgiveness.
It really is hard to watch, Madison. A number of observations here. First, from the beginning until the very end, at no point do you see the inmate, Porter, resisting.
Yeah, we didn't see any resistance. I remember pointing out in that video, I don't know if you remember, where they took the handcuffs off of him. And he just put his hands up on the wall in the holding cell. Right. Obviously, you could see there's some exchange going on, some sort of conversation. But in the video we saw, there's about 19 minutes of it. Never saw any sort of physical aggression.
Yeah, and how many other attendants and Buffalo police officers were there? You see at the beginning of the video here, at least 2 Buffalo police officers there as Jascula threw Porter into the door. Do we know, Madison, what's happened with them? Any discipline at this point?
So, Jeff, what we just found out from sources a few moments ago was that those 2 officers Craig and D'Agostino, they were suspended without pay for 30 days while they investigated this. Then the department found no evidence to support criminal charges. Now those 2 officers, they have been returned to full duty as of today.
Okay. Yesterday we reported, and you touched on this at the beginning, that the city of Buffalo has agreed to a $300,000 settlement with Sean Porter. What about Jaskula? Where is he at?
So Jaskula, again, he pleaded guilty, so this never went to criminal trial, and he was sentenced to 18 months in prison. We do know today that he has been released from prison, and that's all we know. We're working to find out what he's been doing since his release at this point.
All right, fantastic.
Yeah, thank you.
Tough video watch.
Yeah,
Sure
very
is.
difficult. Thank you, Madison.